Manager Bruce Arena on the Galaxy's 3-0 win over Toronto FC. We'll jump straight into questions. Josh?
Bruce, can you give me your general thoughts on the game?
Good 3 points. Not our best game tonight. I think the second half, Toronto played well. Probably a little bit more aggressive. Won a bunch of second balls. Had us out of rhythm at times. But, you know, what can I say? It was 2-0 at halftime. We kind of know the score. And we could have been a little bit better, but it's still a good sign to pick up 3 points on a night where probably we're not at our best. But I also give Toronto credit. I think they played great goals, especially the second one. So, you know, classic Robbie, and you know, he's taken off for Ireland, and we wish him the very best.
Larry?
Here's how much your thoughts on James Riley. He wasn't played in March, since March.
You know, I was hesitant about putting him in that early in the game, and the thinking was that he'd probably have to come out in the second half at some point, but he hung in there, so that's terrific. He's worked real hard to come back from that surgery and that injury, and you know, to be able to give us 75 minutes or so tonight on a night where we needed it was big. So that's all part of the story with your teams. You know, you gotta call on everyone in your squad, and James stepped up and did his job tonight.
Josie?
So what's the status of Robbie Rogers?
I don't know. We'll check him.
Was there a possibility he could have continued, or like what was that?
Yeah, there's a possibility he could have continued. We just took him out.
Go ahead.
Bruce, after tonight's game, your explanation, Robbie Keane, MVP of the league, he solidified it.
Listen, I think these things are difficult, and you know, I hate, especially when it's your player. It sounds like a little bit of home cooking for sure, but you know, he in my view, deserves to be the most valuable player in the league. And there are a lot of other players in the league that have had very good performances this year, but I think you step back and you look at it, I can't see why people couldn't conclude that Robbie's the most valuable player in the league.
Take one more. Scott?
Can you talk a little bit about how the back line played? And that Toronto did put a lot of pressure on them, but they didn't give, I think they had one shot on goal.
Yeah, they played well. I think second half they got a bunch of dangerous crosses in. Our guys did a good job getting inside players and clearing balls, but on the night it was a pretty solid performance. Leonardo's played very well for us as of late and had a good showing tonight, and Omar's been, and AJ has been brilliant over the last 4 to 6 weeks. So it's a good performance by our guys, and obviously we're going to need to continue that over the next, hopefully, a couple of months of the season.
Last question, Mark.
Bruce, it's obviously going to be quite an emotional week for Landon. It's his last game for the national team. It's quite an unusual situation that a player gets a send-off in that kind of manner. Are you pleased for him that he gets this sort of opportunity to say goodbye?
If he's happy, I'm happy. So you know, that's really for Landon to discuss and all, but I think it's a wonderful gesture by U.S. Soccer, and you know, Landon has earned that opportunity, so I hope it turns out to be, you know, a great occasion for him and his family.